Hi, my name is Missy Carvin.
And I'm Beth Slazak, and we're with the Creative Education Foundation presenting the series How to Ideate.
Today's video is all about statement starters.
A statement starter is a phrase that turns a complaint or even a statement into a question. We do this by using invitational language stems, something that you tag on to the front. So you could have, it would be great if, or I wish, or how to, or even in what ways might I?
So let's give you some examples. You might want to start with a statement such as, I have no time for hobbies. But that doesn't really invite any fresh thinking. So we're going to turn it into a question by asking, how might I find more time to relax? Or what might be all the ways to entertain myself? Another statement might be, I want to exercise more. But again, we want to turn it into a question so that we start to come up with new ideas. What might be all the ways to get more exercise? Or in what ways might I become more fit? And I don't know about you, but lately I've been saying my house is a mess, which has not solved the problem. So I might need to turn it into a question such as, in what ways might I have a neater living environment? Or how might I make cleaning easier?
So let's talk about why statement starters are useful. First, a question begs to be answered. Doing this triggers a cognitive bias we have. If we hear a question, we want to try to figure out the answer to it. It also turns thoughts and complaints into forward thinking action, something you can actually do. It opens up for many possibilities. If you hear what might be all of the things, then you realize that it takes more than one. And inside those many possibilities might be the right one. And finally, it puts you in the driver's seat. So instead of your challenge driving you, you are steering where your challenge goes.
So when do we use statement starters? Frankly, anytime we need fresh thinking, anytime we're facing a specific challenge, but also when we want to spark creative thinking in other people.
You can also use statement starters in these situations. When you or your students feel stuck or in a thought rut, when you want to model good behaviors rather than solving problems for someone else, or when you want somebody to feel agency over their challenge.
So a quick reminder, a statement starter is a phrase that turns a complaint or statement into a question. We also call these invitational language stems. They pretty much mean the same thing. It's the phrase that you put at the beginning to turn your challenge into a question.
Thank you so much for joining us today. This has been produced by the Creative Education Foundation in conjunction with the Chicago Student Invention Convention. If you have any questions, you can look at our websites, www.creativeeducationfoundation.org or www.chicagoinnovation.com.
Thank you so much.